This is an important few days for parents of kids attending Poway Unified Schools. They're being asked to decide whether to send their children back to class in person, should the county be off the 2-week watch list, to do virtual learning, or if they'll be doing homeschooling. I just filled out the family commitment form for my 3 kids, and I know a lot of you have questions about the upcoming school year. So let's get some answers from Superintendent of Poway Unified, Dr. Marian Kim Phelps. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate your time.
Of course. Good morning.
So PUSD parents are being asked to fill out their commitment form right now. It's due on Friday. Why is that so important for all parents to fill out?
Well, as you can imagine, the start of school and organizing for the classrooms is a very complex puzzle. And so we need to be able to have an idea of how to place our students. Our families really emphasize that they wanted to ensure that their children are tied to a homeschool and a teacher. And in order to do that, we need to find out exactly where do we match our children.
You did this pre-survey on this, and what did that survey say?
When we did a preliminary survey, it showed that over 60% of our families wanted to return back to campus. And currently, our survey is starting to show close to over 70% of our families are wanting to return back onto campus.
And why do you think that is in your particular district?
In our particular district, I'm not quite sure because I don't know what the surveys look like in other districts, but for us at Poway Unified, our goal has from the very beginning has always been to provide our families with options. And so, but our options are limited by the guidelines and mandates by the state and county. It may be higher demand because the numbers in our Poway zip codes are lower than it is in the rest of the county or other parts of the county.
We have some viewers that have some questions. News 8 viewer Christina Ann wants to know how the district expects parents to make a choice on in-person or virtual if she doesn't know all the details, like students being on campus full-time or half days. Will grades start at different times? Will they be staggered? I mean, what are some of the answers to these, and is there a place where parents can find all that out?
Absolutely. Staff worked really hard in creating a online guidebook, and we have FAQs, and we've also have a live stream Q&A tomorrow evening for our families at 6 p.m. We also have a Q&A for all of our teachers tomorrow prior to that. We are constantly communicating with our families, but unfortunately it is ever changing and it's evolving as we're moving along and as we get more input from our families and look at the needs of our staff. They're changing slightly, but what parents can expect is that if you choose to come back on campus, it's a phased-in approach, and at our elementary schools, we will have an AM/PM session. So half the students will come in the morning, and the other half will come later in the afternoon. Much of our changes in the way we're offering our on-campus experience has been as a result of the increase of number of families who have chosen the option to come back on campus, so that we can ensure that we have the smallest possible class sizes to ensure the maximum possible safety for our students. If they choose fully virtual online, all of our teachers will be trained on the online platforms to ensure that they're receiving a robust and rigorous experience. The last alternative would be homeschool or independent study, that we're also expanding those programs so that those are available for our families.
When it comes to the in-class learning, will the kids be required to wear masks the whole day, or will there be times where they can take them off? And what about the teachers and staff with that?
The teachers and staff will be required to wear masks and or shields. We've purchased that for all of our staff. The students, when they are not can observe 6-foot distancing, they are going to be required to wear masks.
So at their desk, they can take them off.
For all of our students. For our high school students, in order to decrease the physical footprint on campus, we're offering to our high school students the option to enroll in some classes online and then some classes to be present on campus.
Okay.
And our secondary schools are looking at an A/B model where half of the students will come on 2 days in the week, and then the other half will come on the other 2 days, and then have one full day so that the whole class can be together virtually.
Gotcha. News 8 viewer Scott messaged me to ask what the game plan is for monitoring at each school, and if a school is close to triggering, how is that going to be communicated to parents of that school?
If it comes close to triggering, we'll definitely notify all of the families that are being affected in that particular school community.
So if San Diego County is off that watch list, if it's not off that watch list for 2 weeks in order to have the in-person classes, if that doesn't happen 2 weeks before the proposed September 2nd start date, does it just start getting pushed back to the 3rd and the 4th? You're just waiting for that 2 weeks to pass to have the in-person classes?
No, we pushed back our start date so that it would give us the greatest amount of chance to open our campus so that we can honor the 70% of our families who want this option. September 2nd is our start date. If we aren't off the watch list by then the plan is for us to go to our contingency plan, which is to go 100% virtual. But as you can imagine, that is not our desire. Our ultimate goal is to get our kids back into our schools.
That's the one common theme I've heard from all parents is that they do want their kids back in class. They would just want to make sure that it's safe and at the right time. So thanks for your time, your superintendent. Appreciate it.